Hello guys, today I will be reviewing Every Day by David Levithan, which if you don't know is actually my favorite book of all time so far. Along with this, I'll also be reading its companion novel, which is Another Day. I requested Another Day on NetGalley and I was able to do it, so I need to get this review out. Right now, I read it like a month ago and I still haven't reviewed it, which is bad, so I need to get it out now. And Another Day actually comes out tomorrow, so it comes out really soon. So if you aren't interested in it, it does come out tomorrow, so there won't be a long wait at all. So, Every Day. I don't know where to start with this book. I guess I'll start with the synopsis, because that seems like the ideal thing to do. So, Every Day is about a guy or a girl. You don't really know the gender of who this person is, because every single day he wakes up in the body of another person. This has been going on for like his whole life. He doesn't know why. He doesn't even have parents of his own. He just knows that he wakes up in someone else's body every day and just doesn't know why. So one day he gets transported into the body of a guy named Justin, and Justin has a girlfriend named Rhiannon. So since he is in Justin's body, he obviously spends a lot of time with Rhiannon, and so he spends time with her for a day and he ends up falling in love with her really hard. So this whole book is about going into so many people's other bodies and trying to find his way back to Rhiannon and spend time with her. So the first time I heard about this book was from my mom, and my mom recommends a lot of books to me, and most of the times the books she recommends to me I absolutely love because we kind of have similar reading tastes. But when she was telling me about this book, she was like so passionate about it. Like, she loved it so much that she made me sit down and she read the first chapter to me. And when I heard the first chapter, I was so hooked on it, so I read it on audiobook, and this happened about a year ago. The first time I read this was a year ago, around there, maybe a year and a half. And I really liked the audiobook a lot. I would recommend listening to the audiobook because I like how it's told. But when I reread it, I did read it in the physical book form just to have a different selection. What I like about this book in particular is it is really unique. It's a contemporary book, which most of the time contemporary books can seem very like uniform, like they all in one way or another have the same plot lines sometimes, like not all the times, but they all seem the same. So this was a good diversity book indeed, because it's about someone who is not the same person every day, and that just added to like this whole unique aspect of it. I liked the character the main character, the guy or girl who switches bodies, personality a lot. He's someone who obviously does not want to be in this situation, which is completely understandable, because if you really think about it, it may seem cool to not be like just one person every day, but really you don't have your own family. You're hopping to one family to another. You can't have relationships. You can't have friends or girlfriends or boyfriends or get married, because you're not going to be the same person every day. The next day you wake up, you're going to be completely gone from these people. So A can't really have relationships with anyone. So he had, before he met Rhiannon, he had set up this rule that he wasn't going to get close to anyone, but obviously when he meets this girl, it's completely different, like different thinking completely, and I liked seeing that breakdown in this book. And when it came down to it, I was really happy when he changed his mind about trying to get to know more about this girl even through his situation, because I guess in a way, which this theme is in a lot of books, but love pretty much conquers all, it seems. So I liked how that was depicted in this book. Only thing about A is, which is I found to be one of the reasons why there are some people who kind of don't like this book as much as I do, is he is kind of pushy in a way. Like, if Rhiannon turns him down in this book, he does not understand, and he's like, why can't we just make this work because of his situation? And he just kind of seems unreasonable at times. But I think it's just different from him because he hasn't really had relationships before, so he doesn't really know how to deal with people, I guess, if that makes sense. So I understand if he's acting unreasonably. I guess I don't know, maybe that's just not everyone else's interpretation of it, but that's just how I see it. So on to Rhiannon. She is A's love interest, of course. She is probably one of my favorite female characters in books. She's really, really different from regular contemporary female characters. She's very caring and understanding. Like, she's like the most kindest person I can think of right now. She's willing to stand up to anyone she encounters. She's like one of the only people who understands A and his situation, even though it's kind of hard for her to accept. She's really just there for him, and she just seems like the best friend you can ever have. Like, she's like the ideal friend for me. So I ended up really liking her. And not only that, but her feelings and her thoughts are so relatable. I just find her to be one of the most realistic characters I've seen in books. Just the way she feels about A's situation is exactly how I would feel if I were in her shoes. So I just like how realistic she is. And I find that realistic characters are kind of hard to come by in books nowadays, but she is just so real, and I just love that about her. In Every Day, it is told in A's point of view, whereas Another Day is actually a companion novel. At first I was thinking it was going to be a sequel, which I was really excited for. I was kind of let down though when I found out it was a companion novel, which means that it is the exact same story, just told in Rhiannon's point of view, because I want a sequel to this book so bad. I feel like it left off on not really an unsatisfying ending, so I was kind of let down when I found this was just going to be the same retelling of the story in another character's point of view. But that did not mean that I actually didn't like the book. I really did like it. This one, as I said, was told in Rhiannon's point of view. So basically the whole book of Another Day was the same as Every Day. It was the same dialogue, the same settings and everything. So pretty much it was all the same. But it was still really interesting because you got to see more of how Rhiannon felt throughout being with A and her feelings on him or her. Again, you don't really know. I'll just call him an it. How about that? It also included some other things that were going on with Rhiannon that we never knew about at all, which I enjoyed reading a lot. And I think if Rhiannon had been a character I didn't like, I wouldn't have liked this book, obviously. But I did like her, so I liked this book a lot. And I'm so glad I got to read it early because I've been anticipating this book a lot since it's like my favorite book ever. So I gave Every Day and Another Day a 5 out of 5 stars easily. I just love them, and I can't really see anything wrong with them at all. And I would recommend it to people who like contemporary books, because I like contemporary books, so that's probably why I love these books so much. And that is pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will be back with another video really, really soon. Bye!